Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap Ring Chronicles. Today we have another Ratchet video. But before we start, as always, if you appreciate these type of videos, could you consider giving me a like, share, and subscribe? Alright, so today we have a Walden 1151R. Let me see. RB 1151 RB USA. It has a rubber handle. It's a round head. That's the profile. This is a 1/2-inch drive ratchet. Okay, this ratchet's kind of an odd ratchet. I couldn't find anything on this online. I could find some of Walden 1151, but without the RB. That one's pretty much the same as this one, but it has an all-metal handle, and the handle looks kind of cigar-shaped, kind of thin at the end. But it's the same mechanism as this, but I couldn't find a picture or anything at all about a 1151 with a rubber handle. And I would say this is original because it has the letters RB after the 1151. So I'm assuming that means rubber. Okay. Just a little bit of comparison here. Here's an SK 1/2-inch. You can see that the Walden has a very small round head. See how much bigger the SK is compared to it. And also it's thinner. It has a thinner head body there than the SK. And the SK has a longer anvil also. See, the anvil is probably a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch taller than the Walden. The length on this is about 10 inches. Just, I think, of 1/8 of an inch under 10 inches. And you can hear when you shake it that the switch is kind of loose. It has a snap ring that holds the switch on, but there's a good amount of wiggle room there. You can see that moves back and forth. The anvil, it shakes a little bit, but it's not that bad. Okay. And you got your ball detent. It's kind of a big ball detent, and it sticks out. It sticks up pretty pronounced. There, you can see that. It's a little bit hard to get on. It's pretty tight. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Yeah. Okay, let's open this up. Like I said, this has a coil ring on the top here, and you just get underneath of it and you pry it up. It's kind of small. Yep, it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, there we go. You just work it around, around the lip, and you take it off. It's a small ring. It's really a tiny ring. See there? Has that little lip there that you put the pick underneath and pry it out. Okay, and you just lift up on this switch, and this is your switch. It's a cast piece. Has two protrusions that fit inside the pawls. These indents in the pawls that allow you to switch the pawls back and forth. Okay, now what holds this in is we have another coil ring. But what's different about this design is usually the coil rings are on the anvil side of the mechanism, but in this ratchet, it's on the switch side. That was a lot easier than the small one. You just work it around the edge there, and you remove it. Just your regular coil retention ring. Nothing special about it, except that it looks like it's chromed, so shiny. I usually don't see them this shiny. All right, and the mechanism slips out the anvil side, which is not the usual for round heads. Okay, here's the head. It's a pretty coarse design. There's 26 teeth on this, but they're kind of huge teeth, so you can see there. And it's almost straight through, except that there's a little lip here cut out on the anvil side. Okay, here's the mechanism. It's a double pawl design. There's two pawls on this. There's one on the top and one on the bottom, going opposite ways. And it's one tooth per pawl for the engagement. And there's a spring in between. In between, there's a spring. The two pawls are connected by a spring. So you push this one this way, this one will pop that way. And with the two prongs in the switch, you can see in here, the prong fits in this cutout in the pawls. There's a cutout in each pawl for the prongs in the switch. So you gotta make sure you put those prongs in those cutouts, and it switches back and forth like that. Pretty interesting design. I mean, it seems pretty strong, I would say, with two pawls like that on opposite ends. And I know they're one tooth, but look how big these teeth are. So it's pretty good engagement, I would say. Okay, I'm not gonna tear this down completely. I did that in another video on the 3/8 version of this ratchet, the Walden 4051. I'll put a link in the description if you want to see how to tear this down completely. But I just wanted to show you this because this, I don't know, it's pretty kind of a mystery ratchet. I couldn't find any information on it of any Waldens with a rubber handle. So, all right, to put this back together, you kind of do it the opposite of a regular round head. You put the switch. You put the switch end in first. You press down on the pawns a little bit, and you get in there, and it should be flat like this. It should go in flat. Okay, now you take your big ring, and you get your nail underneath, and you stick it in the groove to get it started, and you go around. And it clicks, and you see if it's secure. It should ratchet. Okay, now like I said before, make sure you put the prongs of the switch, the 2 prongs, make sure you put them in the cutouts here of the poles. That went in the way it's supposed to, and now you take your little ring, you get that open, you put your nail in it, and you get that around the lip, and you smash that down around the lip there. Make sure it's secure, the switch ain't gonna fly out. And you test out the mechanism. You see how that switch is bouncing around, making clanking noises? I don't know, maybe it's just loose tolerance, or maybe it needs a fatter ring, retention ring in there, or maybe a snap ring or something, I don't know. I mean, it's not gonna fall out, but you can hear it. And you switch it. And another strange thing about this is that usually on round head ratchets, when you want to switch it, you have to, when you switch it the way it's going to switch, like on the SK. It's going this way. If you wanted to switch to the other side, you would go switch it the same way it was going. Now it goes opposite. Okay, you want to switch it to the other side, you switch it the same way it was going, and now it goes opposite. On this one, it's like different. To get it to switch, you don't switch the way you were going, you go the opposite way. Okay, and here, it's going this way, so now you gotta switch it the opposite way to get it to switch. Kind of unique. Alright, that's my teardown of the Walden 1151 RB ratchet with the rubber handle. Okay guys, until next time.